Green River Ordinance once again.
Yeah,
Going.
So why don't you guys just introduce yourselves and the instruments that you play to start out with?
My name is Josh, and I sing, play piano.
my name's Jeff. I play bass and sing backup.
So I guess since the last time, there's been the Aloft shows, the rest of summer tour, some winter or fall touring. So what's the plan now?
Well, we are finishing out the year. We have a few more shows left on this tour, and then we'll kind of slow down towards the end of the year. We have a few fly dates and stuff, but that'll be kind of it for the holidays. We'll finish out for the year, and then the new year we're gonna record an EP and start writing for a new record and do some touring in Texas.
Very cool.
Yeah. Also gonna work on an acoustic record in January and February. So, Morning Passengers Part 2. That's the tentative name. Probably something cooler. It's gonna happen later, but yeah.
Very cool. So what has this year been like, just touring, seeing a lot of the country again, and really getting out to some places that you hadn't been to in a while?
It's been good because the first tour we did after Under Fire, we were playing a lot of these songs for the first time, and a lot of the songs were new to the audience. And then this tour, going back around, we've kind of redone some old songs, and we've kind of intermixed some newer stuff with the record, and it feels like there's just a better reaction from the audience with the new material. I think everyone's had some more time to listen to it, and it feels like we're really kind of just getting into the swing of things right now.
Pretty cool. And winter touring can come with many troubles. Like today, the weather isn't that great. So what's kind of the way you guys cope with being on the road when it can get kind of sketchy?
You just got to make the best of any situation. You got to learn. I think the biggest thing on the road is just being flexible. You're going to have a blowout sometimes. Your trailer's not, it's going to blow a bearing, or you're going to have engine trouble, or you're going to drive into ice and snow. It's just being flexible in any situation, especially when there's it helps when there's a light-hearted spirit and you can laugh things off.
Mm-hmm.
So over time, you kind of just have to learn to have that approach.
Okay, very cool. And this live show, I know you guys have lots of lighting set up to make it kind of really cool visually as well as just the music. So when did you come up with the idea to do the lighting, and how does that all play into it?
It's definitely been a work in progress over the past couple of years. I think lighting's fun, and it gives us something to kind of just take the show to the next level, and been working on it for a while. Just kind of stepped it up a little bit again with this tour. So
Yeah.
It's always a fun challenge to work on lighting.
Yeah, we need lasers and smoke and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's never going to stop. It's going to
At
be crazy.
some point there'll be like pyrotechnics.
Yeah, our manager's like, no more.
So when it comes to songs live, do you have a favorite one at the moment?
I always love playing Rescue Now or New Day. Those are fun because they're new and just kind of the fresh energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Love Lay Down is always fun to play.
Cool. And then I think one of my favorite moments is the unplanned moments of shows,
Yeah.
and the random ones. So have you had a favorite, just something you didn't expect to happen during a show that kind of happened and then it was really cool?
Yeah. Yeah, in Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth, there was sound issues or something.
Your acoustic guitar wasn't
The
working.
acoustic guitar wouldn't work, so it ended up being some technical difficulties. So it was the second song, unplugged everything and went down to the floor.
Yeah.
And played a song completely unplugged. And it was just this. The moment you're dang it, bummer, and then after the fact, it was this cool moment where everybody got to experience an acoustic song.
Cool. And I know you're working on releasing some solo stuff every couple weeks now.
Yeah, just songs I've been writing in Nashville.
So what's the best way for people to find that if they don't?
That's just on Facebook.
Very
Yeah.
cool. And then have you just had a moment at some point, anytime throughout the career, where you took a step back and were like, I can't believe this is happening, how did we get here, kind of reflecting on everything?
Probably a few of those.
I think it kind of daily happens where you try to just put everything into perspective and be thankful that you're able to travel and play music. I think that's something to always fight for, at least for us when you're on the road. The good days and the hard days.
Cool. And then is there a piece of advice you have for bands that are trying to make it?
It's persistence. I think it takes a lot of it. This business is so up and down. I think you really have to believe in what you're doing. You'll never make it. And I think just persistence and really believing in what you're saying and what you're doing and treating people well.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
There's no magic bullet. Just keep practicing, record label's not going to save you. There's always things that are good that happen that'll help you get to the next level, but you always got to keep working and believe in what you do.
Okay. And then I know we've talked about it a little bit before, but with giving back through charities, I know you've done a lot of that. So what are some of the things that you guys have going on right now?
We just came back from San Francisco, did a thing with the International Justice Mission. They had their annual conference out there, they're raising money. And so that's been cool to be a part of a few events that they've been doing.
And then, is there any specific goal that you have, not necessarily getting an award or playing a certain venue, but just an overall goal with music?
A lot of goals.
Yeah, a lot of goals. Just to be able to continue doing it and to pay the bills, and I think the goal is always to take each tour, each album further and better than before. As long as we're growing as a band, I think that's a huge blessing.
Yeah, I think reaching people, I think that's the rewarding part of what we get to do is when you see someone connect with a song, so our goal is all the efforts that we put into what we do, it's there's very practical side of wanting this to continue to grow and reach new people, but it's at a fundamental level, it's rewarding to write something that means something to you and see people connect with that, and that can change their mind or change their heart about something or bring hope to them. It's that's the coolest thing about what we do. So it's just goals wise is continually reaching people on that level. We desire to have deeper relationships with our fans.
Very cool. And with that connection, I guess, I don't know, when I go to a show, there's just a difference between listening to music and then seeing it played live. And obviously, you guys know that, but is there a certain moment in a concert that you look forward to, either as a fan or when you're playing?
I think if you're playing a show, for me, I look forward to the time where you feel that connection with the audience, and it's not just a bunch of people sitting down kind of listening to the music, but there's actually an energy and a response, because as soon as the audience responds to what we're doing, we're going to respond to that, and we're going to play the show better, and then hopefully, it's going to be this positive feedback where you connect with the crowd and you build each other up, and then it's way better than you stand there and you play a show and they sit down and they watch the music, and there's no energy on either side, So that's what I always look forward to.
Yeah, we strive for that. The shows that don't have that are awkward.
Very cool. And then for songwriting, when you start working on more new music for releases next year, how does the process typically work? Because I know it can change for every single song, but
it just depends on the song. Certain songs start with a lyric, certain songs start with a groove, and I think that's normally that's kind of how it starts. Someone will have a guitar lick, or someone will have a vocal melody, or a lyric or an idea. So it's you kind of all come from these different places, and sometimes we're all in the room together when it happens, and sometimes we're not. There's no one specific way that it always happens, and I think that keeps it interesting. You show up and you try, and sometimes you're oh, we didn't come up with anything, and then sometimes one person will have something separate.
Okay.
It's cool.
What's been the most random moment that's inspired a song?
The most random moment that inspired a song. Probably a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
Mika, right?
We had a friend that was getting married that gave me some love notes from him and his wife, which was kind of awkward. Because I was I feel weird reading these. It was you write a song for my wedding, and Endlessly was kind of born out of that song.
Cool.
So yeah.
Awesome. And then I guess lastly, just social networking and really, again, connecting with all your fans. Who all has Twitters in the band, and what's kind of the best way to catch someone's attention?
The way that we use to catch someone's attention?
Or for someone, if they're tweeting at one of you guys, what's the best way for it to catch your eye while you're
If you tweet us at GRO, we respond to a lot of them.
Definitely. And it helps if you're nice.
But if normally people ask questions or anything or say something funny, we'll respond.
Yeah.
We have a lot of time in the band.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess with time in the band, do you guys have a favorite pastime for when you're on the road?
Watching movies. We'll read books, audiobooks. I think Jamie's reading Harry Potter now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just a lot of funny jokes, a lot of silliness.